I first heard the nudge when I was brushing my teeth. I wasn't on the phone. I wasn't listening to a podcast. So I think there's like that space.
Quiet.
Yeah, just I now start every single morning with stillness and being still. And I got my prayer journal here that I write prayers down, and I spend time in God's word. And a lot of times that's when I feel those nudges.
Hey crew, it is Adam and Emily, and you are here listening to The Conversation. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're honored to be a part of your day and just blessed to have you here listening with us wherever you may be. We're on episode 306 today. A small little plug, if you are a pastor or if you work in ministry, fall is coming up, back to school is coming up. Lots of fun things happening in your church. Adam has created a PDF. I don't know if you want to share a little bit about it.
Yeah. So fall is a time that people come back to church, and there are two huge opportunities to reach people for Christ. And so I developed just a simple PDF. It's free. You can go to adamweber.com/fall just to get it into your inbox. And I just hope it really just kind of stirs something inside of you. Maybe you print it out and give it to your team as a whole and discuss how can we harness fall to reach as many people as we possibly can. So again, adamweber.com/fall.
Love it. If you're watching on YouTube, we're in a new space. If you're not watching on YouTube, go to YouTube and check out the new space that we're in. We're in Adam's sweet, sick office. I don't know why you wouldn't want to see that. And while you're there, why don't you subscribe to the YouTube channel too? Thanks.
Go do that. I don't know if this is, what did you call it? Sweet and what?
Sick.
Okay. Well, I feel so healthy, but I think you're young, so you don't
understand the Gen Z terms, I guess.
It is sweet and sick. Go check that out. It's Adam A. Weber. Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yeah, so we're coming out in Adam's office. We're kind of changing it up today. But before we get into any further of the podcast, we have a couple partners we'd like to thank just for being sponsors. Adam, why don't you give us a shout out to our partners today?
Yeah, our partners today are awesome. Just even looking at this, I'm like, I can't believe that we have these partners. Our first partner is Tommy John Clothing. Tommy John, if you've never worn it, you need to go wear it. It's the only thing I wear. I love it so very much. Tommy John has thousands and thousands of 5-star reviews and over 20 million pairs of Tommy John sold, whether it's undershirts, underwear, modern polos. Their pajamas are legit. You need to go check out TommyJohn.com. I promise you won't regret it. If your husband or your wife has a birthday coming up and you're just like, I'm not really sure what to do. If you're getting married and you got a bridal shower, like give it out to your bridesmaids or your groomsmen. I seriously.
Been to a lot of bridal showers?
I haven't been to a lot of Jeez. Go check out TommyJohn.com. Our second partner is Vern Eide Mitsubishi. Vern Eide Motor Cars is a growing faith-based employee-owned company that strives to deliver dreams and transform lives. And their goal is excellence in everything that they do. I've purchased my last 3 vehicles from Vern Eide. I do not look any place else. Because of their vehicles, whether you're looking for an Acura, a Honda, a Ford, Chevy, GMC, they'll have it, but their service and is second to none. I work with Jared anytime I'm looking for a vehicle. I text Jared. Jared is the man over there at Vern Eide. So no matter what kind of vehicle you're looking for, whether it's a boat, ATV, or a vehicle, no matter where you live, they'll ship it to you. Go visit verneide.com.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that. Today we just sat down and had a quick little chat just about how to hear God's voice.
We're changing it up today.
We are.
So check this out.
Okay, Adam. We're in your office today.
This is real.
Why are we switching this up?
Well, I don't know what to say here. Shoot. I'm tongue-tied. We are switching it up because I'm like, what would it look like to actually show my office in more of my real life? Mm-hmm. What does it really look like Monday through Saturday? And this is my actual office, actual couch, actual Bengals helmet.
That is not a prop.
That is not a prop.
That has always been
As
there.
we record this, the Bengals are reporting to training camp today. Joe Burrow, I just saw him on Instagram. He's there.
Mr. Snooze Fest.
He is not a snooze fest. He is there.
If you've watched The Quarterback on Netflix, you know what I'm talking about. Every time he comes on the screen, so boring. Want to turn it off immediately.
So I'm so excited that Joe Burrow is at training camp. Trey Hendrickson is not there, and he should be there. So please pray that he gets there.
Okay, I'm praying for that. So we're in Adam's office today. His 9 to 5, being a pastor, a lot of the times it's someone sitting in this chair, you sitting in that chair,
Yep.
kind of just asking bigger questions about faith, about life, struggles that they're going through.
Yeah,
so on and so forth.
Real things every single day.
Yeah. So I kind of just have a question that we're going to bring to Adam. Trying something out different. We don't have a guest. It's just me and him. Just a question about like faith-wise that someone out there also might be going through. Again, something that you probably hear. So I haven't even prepared you. I haven't even told you.
I have no notes.
What I'm going to be asking you. Kind of like how it is day to day. You have no idea what's coming.
Oh, just a quick side note on that. I never know what's coming.
Is that stressful at all?
No, and nothing surprises me anymore. Okay. Nothing surprises me. I even tell people, because sometimes it's really, really heavy, so I'll try to make a lighthearted joke. I said, if you were about to tell me that you had murdered somebody, I wouldn't be surprised anymore. Maybe if you murdered 10 people, then I'd be shocked and surprised. So like whether it's a confession or it's a question that I never see coming, I have no idea what someone's going to ask me.
Right, and you like that.
I do.
Like, bring it on.
I don't know about bring it on, but it's part of why I love my job, because it's different every single day with questions and confessions and whatever.
Okay, good deal. So previously I heard you give a talk to one of the businesses here in Sioux Falls, and you told a story that I had never heard you tell before, how you just had like this calling in your head, like you need to go do this specific, I don't know if I should share the details, but you need to go do this thing for this person. And all day it just kept repeating in your head, do this thing for this person, go do this for this person. And you like couldn't get that voice, God's voice, to go away. And it ended up being very, very important to that person that action happened.
Yeah.
So the question that I would have for you is just that, like, when you're hearing those different voices in your head, how do you know the difference between God's voice talking to you and then your own voice talking to you? Because I have voices in my head all day long probably telling me things that are not God, that are not thoughts from him at all. So how do we differentiate what is God speaking into us? What is just my own personal thoughts?
Ooh, great question. So, oh man, there's so many ways I want to go with this. As a base, I think it's critically important to be listening to God where he has clearly spoken. So I would start with his word. So just being a person that's in the word daily, you begin to hear the voice of God. Jesus said, my sheep will know me and they will know my voice. Mm-hmm. So the more we listen to his voice, the more accustomed we get to his voice. So I think just a life that is in his word, a life that is openly talking with God in prayer, and just seeking out his advice, seeking out his wisdom, seeking out his thoughts. So I think there's that. I think it's also just like not being so busy that you actually can hear the voice of God. So those are some like things that I would say. Now, so a nudge, there's certain nudges that we can know are not from God. Should I steal this? Should I go outside my marriage and date this person? There's some things that are like, no, it's really black and white. And a lot of things are not black and white, but there's so much that is black and white. It's like, that's not the voice of God. He wouldn't ask me to steal this from this person. So there's some things that we can just, that's not it. With smaller gestures. So that day it was a gesture to do something kind for a friend of mine. Mm-hmm. It was way outside my comfort zone. But I think what I look back on that, it was something kind. So if it's the voice of God or it's just my burrito from the day before, if it's something kind, we should do it.
Did you just say your burrito from the day before?
Indigestion.
Oh my God. I've never heard that.
Gas. Is this the Holy Spirit, or did I just like, is this burrito just doing a thing on me? Like if it's something kind, mm-hmm. gosh, that why would we not do it?
Yeah.
So if it turns out it's not God, but it's just something kind, why would we not? Yeah. So there's that. Secondly, if for me, I decipher the voice of God, it's typically not something that I want to do. Like, it's like, oh, that takes sacrifice. That might take money. That might take time. Like that day, for me, it wasn't the money end of things. I think I probably spent like $30. So it wasn't a money thing. It was more of a time thing. I was like, I don't have time to do this. And I just repetitively heard internally, you need to go do this thing. So again, all that foundational stuff, it was something kind. And it wasn't something I naturally wanted to do. Like I wasn't not going to get any glory from it. There was no ulterior motive from it. And so for me, those two things really for me brought a lot of clarity. And again, I think there's a couple of things. I first heard the nudge when I was brushing my teeth. I wasn't on the phone. I wasn't listening to a podcast. So I think there's like that space. Quiet. Yeah, just I now start every single morning with stillness and being still. And I got my prayer journal here that I write prayers down, and I spend time in God's word. And a lot of times that's when I feel those nudges. So how do I know if it's the voice of God? Again, all of that. A, is it something kind? B, is it something I naturally wouldn't want to do and gain no benefit from? And then maybe C, and this is just overall, is it pleasing to God? And do I continue, not just kind of one-off stuff, but continually feel led to do so? What I would add to that, so that's like a small thing, purchasing a gift for a friend is what I did. But let's say it's a bigger thing.
Life decisions.
Yeah,
I'm
applying for a job. Yeah. Yep. So I would still, a foundation of time with God, foundation of getting into his word, foundation of spending time in prayer. It's not a right or wrong, sin or not sin issue. It's applying for a job. Should I pursue this job and this job? And they're both honorable jobs. Again, maybe there's a nudge. So there's a nudge. It's outside of my comfort zone. Maybe it's like, I'm really content with my current job. I just continually feel nudged. Oh, well, and I gosh, it takes sacrifice. Oh, like, why do I keep on? For me, that's like, whoa, that's something to take note of.
Yeah. So it's not always just a voice.
Yeah. It's like, there's this like,
a feeling.
Yeah. A feeling. And then the critical important is the counsel of others. So on those big decisions, it's the counsel of others. So right now, even at the church, we're praying about a bigger decision. I am seeking out the counsel of others. People who love Jesus. So your counsel of others, people who love Jesus, people who have nothing to gain or lose from the decision, and people who love you, So, I mean, and they've maybe been around the block a few more times in a specific area, whether it's business, church, marriage, whatever. I approach them and, hey, what do you think about this? And so like on a major decision, like church, we're kind of praying through a bigger decision. It's not just one person, it's a group of people. I'm kind of going through a spectrum of people of like, hey, what do you think? What do you feel about this?
Yeah.
To be clear, those core people are not random people on the fringes of my life.
Yeah.
They're not people who don't really know me. They're not people who, again, have something to gain or lose. It's like, there's an ulterior motive.
Yep.
And it's not people that I'm like, you are not my core people. Instead, again, it's people of integrity, people who love Jesus, people who in that specific area have something that I want to listen to. So they've been married for 40 years and they love their wife. I want to hear about what their marriage advice is or wisdom or counsel. They've been in the business world. They've been in the church world and they've made some right or wrong decisions. I want to know so I feel like the counsel of others can be critically important.
Yeah.
And then last thing, there's times when God's just like, you can make the decision. Like, it's pretty cool. Like, he's like, hey, I trust you. And more than I trust you, like, I love you. And there's not a wrong answer. And so, hey, isn't this cool? God, like, go for it, Emily. Like, you can apply for that job. You can take that job. Like, and there's not like this resistance internally or when you're spending time in prayer. I feel like those are the moments that God's just like, hey, have fun. This is an adventure.
Yeah, I love it. Love that. Kind of a follow-up question. This might be...
I love this, by the way.
Yeah. Have you ever thought that you heard God say something to you and it wasn't him, and what happened?
Oof. Yes. I'm trying to think of an example. Oh, gosh. honestly, if it was even, gosh, this is turning into an awkward confession.
Oh boy.
No, probably a dating situation years and years ago.
Okay.
Where I was like, gosh, it feels like everything, that's trying to be really honest there. And then, another situation. So this was a great situation. We were a Sunday evening service when we first started Embrace. I love that it went back to dating life. Holy cats. So it was, we were supposed to move into a facility, so we'd go to morning services. So I had shared with the church 3 times. We were barely holding on. We had like 100 people at the time. And so I had announced it. We're doing this. We had signed papers, everything, and so excited. And then we found out that city codes we couldn't do it because of city codes. Okay. And it was just like, God, what is happening? I mean, I was so discouraged. Our church was I honestly thought was going to be closed, so I was going to lose my job. And what ended up happening, it was a month and a half of like, this is not happening. And in that situation, what ended up being was, we ended up going to that building on a totally different floor, circumstance, situation. That was even better. That's the first thing that comes to mind. It was like the ultimate closed door, and this is horrible. Like I was like, I am about to lose my job. Yeah. And it turned into the biggest blessing. There's been other times like, I'm trying to think of other times that would be that. Like I was thinking about health stuff, but that's different in the decision making of things. But that probably for me was the biggest. Anytime that I've had a closed door, is it Garth Brooks? And I thank God for like unanswered prayers. Isn't that a country song?
I have no idea.
I feel like you should know this.
I probably should, but
I just look at all the things I prayed for, everything that I wanted, and God's plan is so much better. So for me, what I finally am getting to realize is when there's a closed door, that's okay. Yeah. It can really suck still. Like I'm like, but it's going to be okay. And I've just seen God provide so many times. Yeah. Like even with like the projects that we're considering at the church, I've gotten so many closed doors lately. And I think 10 years ago, it would have really flustered me and frustrated me. Yep. Now I'm like, okay, God, what do you have? Yeah. Cause we're trying and I'm still knocking on doors, but they're just closing right now.
One no is another yes. Every time you say no, it's a yes to something else.
And that feels cliche, but when you start to see God's track record, you're like, okay, I'm going to trust you.
You just trust it. Yep. Yeah. Okay. So say someone listening is going through a decision in their life, in their job, in their marriage, in their family, wrestling with something. 2 things for them to do in order to seek God's voice. 2 easy steps, simple to the point, or 3.
Okay. Ask God. Spend time in prayer. So spend time in prayer. Lord, would you lead me? I want to hear from you. Would you guide me? And just bring that up to him. You may not feel anything. Or you might start to, or that thought that you've had in the back of your mind might keep pinging, specifically that thing that you're trying to push off. I really don't want to do this. I want to do this over here. And yet you just keep feeling this nudge. That might come to the surface. I would say that's the voice of God. Okay. Second thing, your core counsel people. Yep. What we'll naturally do is we'll go to the people who will say to us what we want to hear. So we'll go to the people that are not really our core people, but we know that kind of will sort of, you should date that person that you know you shouldn't date. You should do this, that, whatever. Don't do that. Go to the people that love you, love Jesus, and love you enough to say the hard thing.
Love that.
Keep putting yourself in their presence. Again, not just the loudest person in your life. If you want great marriage advice, that person who's got an awesome marriage. You're in the business world and you're trying to figure out how to bring faith into your business or this job. Go to them. They love Jesus. They love her. They love you. And listen to them. Because so often, my counsel, it's so weird. I'm so persistent. I'll get no. And I'll be like, God, I just don't know what you want me to do. And then I'm like, I'll keep shopping for a yes. And so I'll keep shopping and I'll get further and further away from my core. And then one person, yes. And it's like, see, the voice of God. And it's like, are you kidding me? It's like, you've had 15
Are you
no's.
dumb?
Yeah, it's seriously. And so it's really just listening to that.
Okay. That's great.
I think a lot of times we know what God's telling us. We just don't want to listen. That's speaking from firsthand experience.
Yep. And I like the advice of going out to your people too, because a lot of times I feel like God has to speak like right to me, but it's like he can speak to you through those other people too. Like, and they know you and they know your heart, and again, they want what's best for you.
In Proverbs, the fool does what seems best to them, the wise seeks the counsel of others. And I'm so grateful. God has spoken to me through his word. He's spoken to me through messages and nudges, but really away from his word, the number one place to me that he's spoken is through his people. And just people who love him, people who are founded in him, that will say the hard thing.
Thank you guys so much for joining us today on The Conversation. Adam, anyone else you want to thank?
Yeah, thanks to our partners, Tommy John and Vern Eide Motor Cars. Thanks to all of you who listen in. We don't take it lightly at all, and we're so grateful. So have an awesome, fantastic rest of your day.
Thanks, guys.